Exclusions from gross estate. Understanding exclusions from the gross estate is a critical aspect of estate planning, especially for those preparing for the CFP exam. The gross estate encompasses all assets owned by an individual at their death, including property, investments, and interests in trusts. However, not all assets are included, and knowing why is essential for effective estate planning and exam success. One key concept is the life estate. When an individual, like Edna, is given the right to income from a trust for life, she holds a life estate. This means she benefits from the income generated by the trust during her lifetime, but does not own the principal assets. Since she lacks ownership, these assets are excluded from her gross estate upon her death. A common mistake in exams is confusing the right to income with ownership. Remember, income rights do not equate to owning the principal. Another important concept is ascertainable standards. If Edna can invade the principal of the trust for specific purposes such as health, education, maintenance, and support, known as HEMS, this is an ascertainable standard. This limitation ensures the trust assets remain outside her gross estate because she doesn't have unrestricted access. The IRS recognizes these limitations as preventing full control over the assets. A frequent exam pitfall is misunderstanding the scope of ascertainable standards. It's crucial to note that these standards limit access and control, keeping the assets excluded from the gross estate. Contrast this with the general power of appointment. If Edna had this power over the trust assets, she could direct their distribution to herself or her estate. This control results in the inclusion of the trust assets in her gross estate, as it is viewed as ownership for estate tax purposes. A typical exam error is failing to distinguish between general and limited powers of appointment. Always remember, general power implies control and inclusion in the estate. To illustrate, consider Edna's situation. She has a life estate and limited invasion rights under ascertainable standards. These do not grant her ownership or control over the trust assets, so they are excluded from her gross estate. However, if she had a general power of appointment, the assets would be included due to her control over them. This distinction is crucial in estate planning. It allows individuals to structure their estates to minimize estate taxes and protect assets from inclusion in a surviving spouse's estate. For the CFP exam, focus on understanding the nuances of ownership, control, and the implications of different powers over trust assets. Avoid common mistakes by clearly differentiating between income rights, ascertainable standards, and general powers of appointment. This clarity will aid in both exam preparation and practical application in estate planning.